Alright, in this tutorial we're going to pick up and edit a slightly modified version of the previous code that we had. So you'll notice inside of main I've stripped out all of the use of the arrays and so forth, and right now all we're left with is a list of 30 enemies that I've added in, and then we're going to print each of them to the screen. So just to catch you up as to what I've done, the output that you'll get is just simply iterating across all of the lizard men that we have added, and you'll see they have these positions here and the different damage that they do. Okay, the focus of this tutorial is to talk about randomness, because having a formulaic input for all of our different lizard men is probably not the best thing in the world. So what I'd like to do is create some random locations for them. And randomness is it's a pseudo-random concept inside of computing, and what we're going to do is use the random class and then instantiate it to create a new random, and from this random number generator that I'm calling R, we'll be able to pull new values out. So random is a built-in data type. It's a class that we're going to make use of, and so I'm just going to create an instance of it, and then I can say r.next and then pass it a maximum value. In this case, r.next of 20 is going to give me a number between 0 and 20. And then I can just console right line that to the screen just to demonstrate to you how it works. Okay, so let me quickly comment out all of the workings of our lizard men, just so that you can see this random number go to the screen. Okay, so here we get the value of 9. So random r is a new random, and then r.next of 20 is going to give us a new random value. If you want to see what that's going to look like, let's generate 15 random numbers. Okay, so we'll just do int I equals 0, I less than 15, I plus plus, so we're going to go 0 to 14 there, generating 15 random numbers to the screen. And if we run this, you'll see that indeed we get a set of random numbers between 0 and 19. So you'll notice that this upper bound is not inclusive. We're never going to get a 20 there. So if you wanted between 1 and 20, you would just say r.next plus 1, and then you'll get numbers between 1 and 20 then. Okay, so let's go with R, and now I'd like to generate enemies that have a random position and perhaps a random attack value. So I can, let's say maybe 10 is our base, and then plus r.next. Let's imagine that we wanted to get a maximum value of 5. So I could say 1 plus 5. Or just 10 plus 5, and that's going to give me between 0 and 4, and to that I could add 11, so now I'm going to get in the range of 11 to 15 as my attack values. And then the positions, let's say r.next, and pass it. Notice it's overloaded, so I can do a minimum value here. Let's say negative 10 and positive 11, so that's going to allow my position x to range between negative 10 and 10, and r.next of negative 5 and 6. So that is going to allow me to create a new lizard man. Its health is always going to be 50, but its attack strength is going to vary, as is its position. And then we can print all these things out. So let's run this. And you'll see that we have random values of attack damage, so they're of different strength between 11 and 15, and the positions are between negative 10 and 10 in the x, and negative 5 and 5 in the y. Okay, so that's quite nice. We now have a random number of enemies throughout the world, and that's going to be quite useful as we make our games. So we can use the random class to generate new random numbers. We can do it as simple as calling r.next and passing an upper bound, or we can call r.next and pass a lower and upper bound. And that's how you achieve randomness in C#.